It's been 5 years. That's a good chunk of time out of my life. They say that as time passes, memories fade. That's not true. At least, not for all of them. Some memories just refuse to leave. Forever sticky notes in the mind. I remember it like it was yesterday. They came under false pretense, asking about the box. And the council told the truth. They had no idea what they were talking about. That didn't matter. Their asking revealed the box's existence. Well, the council now knew, and that meant, at least to them, that they knew too much. When we arrived the next day at the council chambers, we were greeted by a massacre. They had been slaughtered in the night. And those cowards had slinked out somehow. They didn't deserve that. They were decent, trying to do good for the people. It's been 5 years, and I found the box before they did. It took me a month to figure it out. Nevertheless, I did, and now I know why they want it. I'm going to be very happy to give them exactly what they want.
Hey everyone, it is Friday, and that means it is time for our classic tabletop RPG series. Let's roll. Want to welcome back my leets and my returnees. Thank you so much for coming back. And if this is your first time coming to the channel, I want to welcome all of you greenies. You have landed at RPG Elite. And this is the place where we put the RP back into RPG. And the way that we do that is that we give you tools, we give you tutorials, we got some tips in there as well. And also we talk about other things in the tabletop RPG space. And all of this is so that you can have a more immersive and enjoyable experience in your tabletop RPG sessions. Today, first order of business before we get straight to the video is over at the community tab earlier this week. I posted another image. I posted an image, and the last time I talked about this, I said, okay, gloves off, man. Gloves off, we in this. You know, people got in, tried to guess. And normally, if you get this right, for those of you who are new, if you go over to the community tab, that's down in the link in the description below, by the way, and you go over there and you guess at it, it'll give you some love with a shout out. Well, this week, no love. No love. It's not like people didn't try, because they did, and I got to give you kudos for that, but nobody got it right this week for the first time. The first time. I got you. Oh, I told you I was going to get you, and I got you. Let's go over to the community tab. Look at the image right here. This is the image that I put up earlier this week. Nobody got it. Everybody thought it was from Palladium, and I can understand that because the artwork is similar to that, but it's not from Palladium. As a matter of fact, let me show you a little something. This is from Brave New World, the Covenant source book. Yes, I know you're saying, oh yeah. Now you're saying it, but you didn't have it before, or maybe some of you are going, what? I never even heard of that game. Oh, in the future is when I'm planning to cover that game as far as the classic tabletop RPG. I want to say that one came out on 97, somewhere in there. I might be wrong on that year, but I'm pretty sure somewhere around there, 97, 98, something like that. So yeah, Brave New World, the Covenant source book. The second order of business today is I have been getting a lot of people asking, hey, you gonna do gameplay? Are you gonna do gameplay? Yes, I am going to do gameplay videos. However, number one, it's not gonna be the same as everybody else's because we do things differently here. Not to do things differently, but to do things that will always be in a way that helps you. So I'm working out logistics now, and actually we are working out logistics, trying to get this together, but how this will work. Now, I know I've probably repeated this before for those of you who are coming back, so you can probably skip this part. There's chapters down below, so you can skip this. However, for those of you who are new, what I do is I cover a classic tabletop RPG. I have a whole series where I go into a deep dive on Fridays, every Friday. And right now we're doing Gamma World. And at the end of that series, once I've covered everything that I want to cover, then we cap it off with a 4-hour live gameplay session. Or, well, not live, but a gameplay session. How we're going to cut up these 4 hours, I don't know. I don't know if I'm pretty sure we ain't gonna do all 4 hours with one shot. So I am going back and forth with some people and, asking questions. And next week on the community tab, that is what you was going to see. You're going to see a poll asking specific questions about the gameplay session and how we should cut it up. So come back here next week. Like I said, link is in the description below. Go ahead and bookmark that so you can come back and I can hear your voice, because I look at these and I take them into consideration. All right, so here we go. This is part 2 of a 2-part series and a mini series of this series. Dang. Whew. That being the case, obviously you want to go and look at part 1 first. At the end of that video, it's going to lead you right back here. So look at part 1 first, come back here, and then look at part 2. So let's get into it. Classic tabletop RPG Gamma World 3rd edition Artifacts.
As a PC researches an artifact, the possibility exists that they may come to a conclusion that is far from being correct. Now, this is reflected on the artifact examination chart, with a diamond and a letter on the inside of it. The chart gives a basic description of the conclusion the PC has come to, and there are 4 basic types. A. Alternate use. This means that the PC has come to the conclusion that the artifact is used for something other than its intended purpose. B. Broken. That's pretty self-explanatory. The PC just has come to the conclusion the thing doesn't work, it's broken. C. It's useless. The PC believes that the item is a worthless item, but it might have a little bit of value at trade, so they may or may not still take it. It's up to the PC. And D. Valuable. In this case, the PC cannot decipher what the artifact is used for, but they have a strong sense that it is very valuable, so probably won't be willing to part with it as a result, but will keep it to sell it for the highest price they can. In 3rd edition Gamma World, there are various modifiers that can be added to a PC's chance to figure out or identify an artifact. First, there's the tech level difference. On this one, you subtract the tech level of the item from the PC's tech level and add the difference. This will obviously be either a bonus or a penalty, depending on whether the artifact is of a higher or lower tech level than the PC. Mutations. Certain mutations may give a bonus in figuring out an artifact. For example, heightened intelligence. Then there is experience. Now, experience is if the PC has seen the artifact in operation before, but they haven't been taught how it works exactly. So in this case, they get to add a +2 modifier to their rolls. However, this is only applicable to artifacts and equipment which have a complexity rating of A, B, C, or D. And then, of course, there's just hands-on instruction. Someone is on deck that can teach them how to use the device, and the complexity rating is not higher than E, they may add +2 to their rolls. Once a PC has the artifact or device in hand, they can begin to try to identify it. The PC will begin at the top of the examination chart where it says Start. From there, they will roll 1d20, adding any modifiers. So on this flow chart, rolling higher is better. Each roll is the equivalent of 10 minutes of game time. The GM will continue to give descriptions of what is happening until the PC reaches the letter that corresponds to the complexity rating of the device. They reach a wrong conclusion or the device breaks. Again, it's important that the GM does not allow the PCs to see their artifact examination flowchart. They will be responsible to give their descriptions based on how well the PC is closing in on figuring it out. Okay, so here we are in Foundry once again, and I've pulled up the weapon table in Foundry for Gamma World 3rd Edition because I want us just to take a look at some things real quick before we go over and start doing some artifact examination or artifact research. So remember I had in the last video 2 artifacts that I seeded the campaign with, and so we're going to look at an energy grenade, which is right here. We're going to look at 2 things here though, just to kind of get a quick recap here. Number 1, we're going to look at the complexity rating and the tech level because these 2 things matter. So when we go to the 3rd edition artifact matrix, we're going to try to get down here to E. So E is where we're trying to get to. Got it. Now, a couple things though. Let me put this down just a little bit. We're going to be starting right here. And since we are in 3rd edition, I'm going to take the 3rd edition character, which is Oki. What up, Oki? And we are going to see how Oki will fare in artifact examination. Now remember, he has intelligence of 11, but he has heightened intelligence. And heightened intelligence for him, he gains a +5 to his roll, or its roll, when examining an item. However, remember, we've got research modifiers now. So we have to go back and see what tech level Oki is. Ouch, he's tech level 1. He's trying to figure out a tech level 4 item. So that means that it's going to be a -3. So overall, he's going to have a +2. So he still has a plus. It's not as high, but he still has a plus, which is still pretty good for a tech level 4 item. That's still pretty good. So what we're going to do here is we already have the macro. I've already got the macro and figured out his bonus and everything. So that's already baked in. And we're going to do that energy grenade. We're going to try to get down here to E. We're going to see how long it takes us to get down there. And if I have to, I'll just edit the video if it takes real long. But we're just going to see how long this takes to get down there. We're going to do a minimum of 5 rolls. So we're starting right here. And we're going to try to make it down to here. So let's see what we got. And we're going to roll them. Oh, hold on. Before we roll them, let's make sure our chat is over. I'm going to close that out. Okay, let's do it. I have a 7. And it says a 4 to 20 puts us in this box here. So there we are. So we're right there. Not quite to A yet. And this would be like really simple stuff that's not really any complexity at all. 0 complexity stuff, maybe. I don't know what this box is for, to be quite honest. But let's just keep going. And we need a 5 to 20 in order to go on to the next one. And we roll, remember, we roll 1d20 on this one. So do our second roll. 4, but +2 equals 6. Woo, man, just made that one. So we are at A now, and we're moving right along, folks. We are moving right along. Let's see what we can get for our 3rd roll. Ooh, fantastico, 22, y'all. Right back here with B, and it's getting a little higher now. Getting a little higher. Let's see what we can do with that 4th roll. Ooh, 7. Oh my gosh, I just made it. Just made it right here on B. It's 7 to 20. Woo! Just made it. All right, roll number 5. Let's see what we get. All right, I got a 10 on that one, so we're still doing pretty well. We're doing well. So we're down here and we're going to see what we can do. We got 1. Let me see. We started here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Right? We have one more. We have one more, right? Let's do it. Let's see what we can do. Oh, breeze, folks. A breeze with 6 rolls straight down the line. Actually, that +2 actually worked and it mattered. It helped, especially on this one right here in the middle. That helped. So Oki just went straight down the line and figured this out. And remember, it was 10 minutes per roll. So it took him an hour to figure out how to use the energy grenade. And because he figured it out, the team has decided, hey, why don't we just let him go ahead and keep it? There it is, folks. Very simple. Straight down the line here. 1d20, got your modifiers that you've added, and then your mutations we added on this one. So we had 2 of those modifiers that we could add, and we were good to go. There you have it, folks. Artifacts, 3rd edition Gamble World ended up the whole thing. Tell me what you thought. Is it something that do you like that one compared to 2nd edition, compared to 1st edition? We got one more. We got 4th edition coming up next week. Hey, if you're liking these videos, or if you even like this video specifically, go ahead and smash that like button. Whew. And also, don't forget, come back here every week. Hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you won't have to think about it. You just have to sign into YouTube and boom, it'll be there. Come out with videos every Tuesday and Friday. And sometimes I come out with videos on other days just because I feel like it. Okay, folks, that's going to wrap it up for me. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. And if you have a game this weekend, well, I'm going to say happy gaming, and I catch you on the flip. God bless.